The class of 2022 is a compassionate, outgoing, determined, and focused group of individuals.
I think resilient is the best word to describe us.
The first word that comes to mind is unique. Everyone has a different story. Everyone had a different path going through Dickinson.
So I'm a physics and theater double major with a minor in astronomy, and I think one of the coolest things at Dickinson that I was able to do was pursue my completely two different interests.
So one of my favorite experiences in Dickinson was definitely the study abroad program I got to go to. I went on a month-long summer trip to Malaga, Spain.
I think my experience studying abroad in France, in Toulouse, France, was my favorite. I got to live with a host family and practice my French and learn so much more about political science.
If I had to pick just one, I would say studying abroad in London with my theater major advisor, Professor Todd Vronsky, and 10 other Dickinsonians during the summer of 2019.
I would say my favorite Dickinson experience was being able to go to Hawaii my freshman year. I had the opportunity to participate in a service trip.
This past summer, I got to go to Colorado and work with rattlesnakes, and that was a pretty big highlight for me. It was awesome.
So I went abroad to Jordan and I studied Arabic. That's my minor. And then I also was able to intern at a consulting company in Jordan.
My favorite experience at Dickinson would have to be going to nationals with my mock trial team, and really everything about mock trial here. I just love the people, I love the team. We have such a great sense of community.
I would say just being on the women's soccer team in general has been my favorite experience.
I've definitely enjoyed working as a student project manager and now as a student supervisor at the Clark Forum for Contemporary Issues.
I think my favorite experience at Dickinson has been being part of the track and field team. I've got to meet a lot of great people and make some, forever friendships that I've just loved so much.
I've been station manager for WDCV, where I learned how to make music and record a podcast.
I think my most favorite experience has been working for the Center for Sustainability Education. I've worked for them for 4 years being an eco representative.
My favorite memory at Dickinson so far has been the senior art exhibition at the Trout Gallery.
I love being a part of the Mermaid Players, which is our theater thespian troupe. We collaborate with the theater and dance department, professionals in the department, and we're put on 2 main stages a year as well as smaller cabaret nights.
One of my favorite experiences at Dickinson has been working with my professor Kirk Anderson on our research for trauma-informed pedagogy.
I knew I wanted to go to a school that allowed me to pursue language, art, and the study of people and culture, and I really was able to do that.
I have co-founded a Girls Who Code Club at Dickinson College, which aims to help girls who are interested in computer science and other STEM fields.
My favorite experience at Dickinson was definitely my art history senior seminar thesis program.
I really enjoyed learning about sociology. The professors are awesome and the department is awesome.
I've had the opportunity to intern with professors as well as do research with them outside of the classroom. For example, I'm doing research in political science, but it has to do with religious liberties as well, so it connects back to my majors and my minors.
There have been a lot of experience that I enjoy at Dickinson. But if I have to name, it would be the data analytics hangout and the student concerto competition. So the data analytics hangouts is where students and professors hang out together outside the classroom, and we would chat about anything related to data.
My favorite experience at Dickinson has definitely been doing cancer research. Me and my lab got to present our cancer research at the American Association for Cancer Research Conference in New Orleans this semester. Being the only lab from a small liberal arts college to present our work was an amazing experience, an amazing thing to see.
So the primary thing I did while I was here was RDSN, the Red Devil Sports Network. I spent my first pre-orientation doing that all the way till my senior year where I became the president, and it set me up for what I'm going to try and do as a professional.
After Dickinson, I'll be conducting liver transplant research at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore.
I will be an English teaching assistant with a Fulbright Award in an Italian high school.
After Dickinson, I will be working as a software engineer at Slack.
After Dickinson, I will be starting as an analyst at Enterprise Knowledge.
I'm going to work for Ameriprise Financial in their corporate headquarters as a Finance Leadership Development Associate specializing in asset management.
I'm going to be working at the United States Geological Survey as a biology lab assistant. I'm going to work at Goldman Sachs as a consumer wealth management analyst.
I'll be studying at the Columbia University Climate School.
So I'm actually a Fulbright scholar. So starting in September and then going through June of this next year, I get to go to Germany as an English teaching assistant.
My plan after Dickinson is moving to New York City to be a part of Bloomberg as a financial product analyst.
I'll be working at Harvard Medical School and Massachusetts General Hospital as a lab technician.
I will be joining Bank of America in New York City as a business analyst.
So my plans are actually to come back to Dickinson after I graduate. I'm going to be doing the graduate program here for managing complex disasters.
After graduation, I'll be working as a research technician at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute.
I will be going to Hawaii to go study sea turtle conservation and research with the National Park Service.
I'll be working as a research associate at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, and I will be working on pediatric brain cancer.
After Dickinson, I'm going to be moving back home to Boston to work at Citizens Commercial Banking as a first-year credit analyst.
I'm going to be going to Italy to complete an English teaching assistant Fulbright.
I'm going to the University of Texas at Arlington to study quantitative biology and get my PhD.
I am going to graduate school for counseling psychology at Boston University.
I will be traveling to La Rioja, Spain to assistant teach in an elementary school for the Fulbright program.
I will be attending Duke University School of Law with hopes to be a federal prosecutor.
I will be an advisor consultant at a mutual fund investment firm in New York City.
I'm getting my master's in women's health at University College of London.
I will be working at the NIH as a post-bac researcher for 2 years in the Child Development Unit.
I'll be working at Chatham Financial as a real estate analyst.
I have accepted a role at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston, Massachusetts as a research technician in the Murray Kami Lab, which is devoted to studying acute lymphoblastic leukemia in pediatric patients.